Have you ever wondered what really goes on behind the scenes in the music industry? Well, today we're about to uncover a story that will leave you shaking your head in disbelief. Meek Mill, the renowned rapper, has finally broken his silence and revealed the shocking truth about his dealings with music mogul Diddy. In a recent court appearance, Meek pulled back the curtain on a web of deceit, manipulation, and exploitation that has been lurking in the shadows for years. What you're about to hear is not just a tale of two industry titans clashing. It's a cautionary story about the dark underbelly of the music business, where dreams can quickly turn into nightmares. So buckle up, because this is going to be one wild ride. Now, for those of you who may not be familiar with the backstory, let me set the stage. Meek Mill and Diddy have had a long and complicated history together. Meek first signed to Diddy's record label, Bad Boy Records, back in the early 2010s, and the two were seemingly close collaborators and friends. However, over the years, cracks began to appear in their relationship. Meek started to feel like he was being taken advantage of, that his creative vision was being stifled, and that Diddy was more interested in lining his own pockets than in helping Meek achieve his full potential as an artist. These tensions came to a head in 2018, when Meek found himself in legal trouble and facing a lengthy prison sentence. It was during this time that he says he finally realized the true nature of his relationship with Diddy. In his recent court appearance, Meek pulled no punches. He laid out a damning account of how Diddy had allegedly manipulated and exploited him throughout their time working together. According to Meek, Diddy had a habit of taking credit for Meek's ideas and successes, often claiming that he was the driving force behind Meek's rise to fame. Meek says that Diddy would regularly take a significant cut of his earnings, leaving Meek feeling shortchanged and undervalued. But the real bombshell came when Meek revealed that Diddy had allegedly used his legal troubles as a way to further tighten his grip on Meek's career. Meek claims that Diddy actively worked to keep him in prison, knowing that a lengthy incarceration would weaken Meek's bargaining power and make him more dependent on Diddy's support. Diddy was more concerned with keeping me under his thumb than he was with helping me fight these charges, Meek said in court. He saw my legal troubles as an opportunity to solidify his control over me and my career. Meek went on to explain that he had tried to voice his concerns to Diddy on numerous occasions, but that the music mogul would always brush them off or become defensive. Meek says he felt trapped, unable to break free from Diddy's influence and the toxic dynamic that had developed between them. It was like I was constantly walking on eggshells, Meek said. I'd try to stand up for myself, to assert my own creative vision, and Diddy would just shut me down. He'd make me feel like I was ungrateful, like I was biting the hand that fed me. And I started to believe him, you know? I started to doubt myself and my own worth. Meek's words paint a picture of a young artist who was manipulated, exploited, and made to feel powerless in the face of a much more experienced and influential industry figure. It's a story that, unfortunately, is all too common in the music business, where the pursuit of wealth and power can often come at the expense of the very artists who are the lifeblood of the industry. But Meek's revelations go beyond just his own personal experience. They shine a light on the systemic issues that plague the music industry, where artists are routinely taken advantage of by the very people who are supposed to be supporting and nurturing their careers. Meek's case is just one example of the power imbalance that exists between artists and industry executives. Too often, artists are forced to sign away their rights, their creative control, and even their financial autonomy in order to secure a record deal or a spot on a label's roster. And it's not just the artists who suffer. Fans, too, are impacted by these exploitative practices, as they are often left with a diluted, compromised version of the art they love. When artists are forced to compromise their vision or are denied the resources they need to truly thrive, the end result is a diminished creative output that fails to fully capture the artist's true potential. But Meek isn't content to simply air his grievances and move on. No, he's using this moment as a call to action, a rallying cry for artists and fans alike to stand up and demand change. This isn't just about me and Diddy, Meek said in court. This is about the entire music industry, and the way it's been rigged against artists for far too long. We need to shine a light on these practices, to hold these executives accountable, and to empower artists to take back control of their own careers and their own creative visions. Meek's words are a powerful reminder that the music industry is not just about the music itself, but about the complex web of power dynamics, financial interests, and personal agendas that often shape the industry's landscape. And if we want to see real, meaningful change, it's going to take a concerted effort from artists, fans, and industry insiders alike. So, what does all of this mean for the future of the music industry? Well, that remains to be seen. But one thing is clear, Meek Mill has thrown down the gauntlet, and he's not going to back down until he sees the kind of transformative change that he believes the industry so desperately needs. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, keep your eyes and ears open, because you never know what kind of bombshells might be waiting to be dropped in the world of music.